Hello, I'm Tommy Negrete, and I'm currently a long-term substitute in a high school special education history class. And next year, I'll begin my first full-time position at the local middle school as an RSP teacher. So I'm excited about that. Today, I'll be discussing a little bit of my overall teaching philosophy, as well as the general responsibilities of a special education teacher. In short, my philosophy is that special education teachers not only provide an equitable education, but also establish the foundational life skills for their students. The responsibility of special education teachers do not end when the bell rings. Of course, all teachers need to support learning in school. Where this is specific to special education is that teachers must meet the learning needs of students with exceptionalities. However, no two student is the same, even if they have the same learning disabilities. Special education teachers must observe and work with each student to determine where their individual strengths and weaknesses lie. That way, they can provide individualized support and differentiated instruction for each student. Providing proper support is also part of a teacher's legal responsibilities, if that support is included in the student's individualized education program or an IEP. An IEP is a legal document that details the special education services and support that a student must receive. These services and support are designed to meet the student's unique needs and ensure they receive an appropriate and equitable education. For an effective IEP to be made, there needs to be healthy communication and collaboration between all of a student's IEP team. This includes parents or guardians, general education teachers, administration, and related service providers. Each party is a valuable part of the team. Sometimes parents or guardians don't feel empowered to voice their opinion. They may feel like their voice doesn't quite matter. Therefore, it's part of a special education teacher's responsibility to reinforce the parent or guardian's confidence. Special education teachers and guardians should both be advocates. Parents or guardians provide a piece of the puzzle that lead to an equitable education and provide change in a student's life in and out of the classroom. If there's proper collaboration, then there's proper advocacy. The teacher provides an equitable education in the student's least restrictive environment, and the parent or guardian implements that positive change that is being practiced in the classroom at home. That way, that positive change is seen in and out of the classroom. In my view, every student can achieve what they believe as long as they have the proper support. Student and teacher alike need to believe in their student for the student to push themselves and achieve high expectations. If a student believes their expectations are low, they will regress instead of progress. Failure is a part of learning, and students need to feel comfortable to fail, or else they won't try at all. Therefore, I will capitalize on my positive disposition and personal conversations to build positive relationship with students. If students truly believe that there is someone in their corner ready to support them through the good and bad, they will feel comfortable to try, fail, and succeed. This is the path away from self doubt and towards student achievement. Teachers must walk the path towards achievement alongside their students. Teaching in every respect is a lifelong commitment to learning. It's a responsibility to the profession or ethical responsibility. In short, there are many responsibilities to the profession, including maintaining confidentiality, safety, appropriate relations, and an inclusive, diverse environment for all students and staff. In regards to the lifelong commitment to learning, all teachers must always have an understanding of the current education content and keep up with developing education mandates. For example, the newer requirement to incorporate technology into the classroom. Raise your hand if you actually read out of a real book back when you were in school. I know, wild, right? This lifelong commitment to learning goes doubly so for special education teachers. Alongside the academics, special education teachers must stay up to date on diverse learning needs, such as different learning disabilities, behavior interventions, and how to adapt the material to best suit these needs. So all teachers must learn the materials, but special education teachers also need to learn how to adapt the materials. That's why I say it goes doubly so for special education teachers. Plus, speaking of ethics, it is ethical for teachers to keep up with current social and cultural expectations. That way, they can create an inclusive learning environment and set a positive example to guide ethical decision making for their students. For example, things like preferred pronouns weren't considered the norm back in the day, but now they are, and therefore must be respected so that their classrooms are safe, inclusive, and develop life skills. Advocating and supporting students goes beyond just the academics. I value every opportunity to develop life skills alongside the academics. Life skills don't always come naturally to students with special needs. So, taking the time to educate our students on this will serve them for the rest of their life. This is why I've started to work with our high school's Circle of Friends organization. For those of you that don't know, Circle of Friends is a school organization that actively promotes inclusion and social skill development for students with special needs. We create time and opportunity for students to take a break from academics and practice their social skills. This is done in tandem with general education and special education students, so that way we're really building these connections. Just recently, the leaders of our high school Circle of Friends organization began the process of getting our school involved in participating in the Special Olympics. I really look forward to continuing this mission next school year as a full-time teacher at the middle school. We're actually starting up our middle school Circle of Friends organization, so wish us luck. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk and listening to my perspective on the responsibilities of special education teachers. Thank you.